Alright, here's my 12 volt salt water powered battery, and as you can see, the right up on top here are the LEDs. I got 3 of them, LEDs. I guess, I don't know for sure, but I've heard typically they're around 3 volts a piece or so they might be slightly overpowered, but they're all 3 glaring really well. You got a positive and negative terminal up there that they're hooked to at the top of this bucket. And what it consists of, the reason I was able to get 12 volts from such a small area, a lot of these videos you might see on YouTube, guys are using multiple buckets and whatnot. What I did was I made several of these little different cells. Essentially, they're 0.8 volts a piece. And what it comes down to is, I'm going to try to show how these work, is they're 1-inch plastic PVC with a cap on the bottom, and inside those 1-inch you need your copper, which is right here. It's a 3/4 inch piece of copper. It's 5 inches long, and then within that you have a piece of threaded 1/4 inch. And see, I put rubber bands on both ends to keep it from bumping into the copper. At the top I've screwed in the negative. I put a little nut on there to screw in the negative terminal, and also a little tape to reinforce that it wouldn't arc out on the copper. And that's essentially what I did. I did that 16 times, so 16 times 0.8. You can see the light go on each time I put that negative back in. And really, I'd like to break it down for you and show you how I poured the salt water and all that. You can see that on other people's videos, how that salt water does actually work. But you can see it right in there. It's water, it's salt water. It's 12 volts. I just put my multimeter on it, and it is indeed 12 volts. When I first made it yesterday, it was up over 13 volts, so 0.8 times 16 is whatever that is. It's a pretty neat little system, maybe a little backup battery or whatnot. I think after a while, running salt water in these, you have to go ahead and clean them up. So that's why I made them all these little alligator clips, so it's easy to take apart. They probably didn't need to be so long, all these wires, of course, but I wanted to make it easy to take it apart. All you got to do is pull these apart and get some type of steel wool or pad and clean them off periodically to keep your connections good. So that's pretty much it. It's not the cheapest thing on the planet to build, but it is definitely pretty cool. It gives you 12 volts, the same thing as a car battery. Now, I will also tell you, it's not going to give you the amperage that a car battery does, because these all these little cells don't add up to that. But possibly if you put in bigger plastic tubes, bigger copper, and bigger, larger metal studs in the middle of them, then you would probably come up with more amperage. But for right now, I thought this is pretty cool, and I thought I would share it with my audience, because I've been thinking about something like this and how it might work, and intrigued by the idea. But again, here's the 3 LED lights. I actually pulled them out of some old solar light from outdoors. But I'll pull my negative ground out again in one of these. And since they're all interconnected, any single one of these would shut off the system. There it goes. It's off again. As soon as I touch that water, it lights up again. Anyway, that's it. Pretty neat. I don't know how long it'll last, but I had a smaller one that I had built, the Power 1 LED, and it was lit all night long, and I was still going strong in the morning. So these will go quite a while. I'd imagine you got to change the salt water out periodically, and like I said earlier, clean up your connectors. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.